It's not on the face of the books yet.
Usually it's like a minute or so behind. I've noticed. Like it'll delay, pop up on my phone. Takes a little bit.
Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. How y'all folks doing out there, y'all?
Howdy.
Like I had a couple of my friends tell me they had tuned in, whatever it was, last week or whatever. Like, man, I missed a few episodes. I tuned in and you were gone, Ryan. I was like, yep.
Hey,
That's how she flows.
That's how life works sometimes.
Yeah.
At least we were there, though. See, that's a perfect point.
Right.
At least we
That's
were
what I'm
there.
saying.
Don't forget we have our guest next week.
Oh yeah.
Ducks in space.
Ducks in
Ducks
space.
in space. I'd like to play a little Ducks in Space between now and then.
Well, I've got the stream key. You boys let me know, and I'll send it to you.
We need to try to
He
get
wants-
together one night and do that thing, Clinton, where we can try to all play a game together and take turns.
Yeah, maybe that could be the game. Maybe that's
Yeah,
what we'll do.
that'd be
Yeah,
a good.
that'd
That'd
be
be a good
sweet.
tester.
Yeah, because there's definitely some things coming down the pike, boys. That we're going to talk about tonight. It's going to be exciting.
Alright, I'm getting a shirt.
We've got like some deep gaming Christmas music going right now. I like it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Gaming and Christmas in one.
Yep, just a sauce of Christmas games, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Love
viewer,
it.
welcome to the stream. We'll be starting shortly.
Hey, haven't been able to jump on that Modern Warfare yet. Have either of you?
No, but I did hear it is we call it cross-platform, like
Yes, it
completely.
is. Yep.
So-
I've heard a lot of good things about it, but then I've seen quite a few people say they don't like it. It's kind of like, well, what
You would
don't you
like it.
I-
I've heard.
They don't say what it is they don't like. They just go, oh yeah, it's trash.
It's
I
probably
hate that when people say that.
We talked about it last week. I don't know if you had
It's-
had a chance to listen yet, but
Camping is welcome in that game.
Well, that's what I freaking love about it. They brought back
That's what
camping.
I'm saying. There you go.
They brought back sniping and camping, and all the freaking last 3 or 4 or 5, 6 freaking Call of Duties made it where all you got it's only run and gun. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You can only run and gun. What changes the whole game if you got no variety of shooting, no campers, no snipers? It's just a run and gunner. Forget that.
Takes
I
away some
agree.
strategy.
Definitely. In a real war, you're not just going to be running gunning everywhere you go. You know what I mean?
Definitely
Just
not.
That's exactly
not
what
the
it is.
case.
It's kind of gone back to like some realistic, like clearing rooms and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 And I
Better
feel
check
like
those corners.
I feel like war games should do that these days because we have the
Yes.
graphics and the realism to do it. If you want to go the other route, then make it like an arcade shooter type deal, you know?
If they want to get serious, they need to make a Call of Duty with classes, like what do you call it? Like you know what I'm trying to say?
Borderlands.
No. Like Overwatch, right?
Oh yeah.
You gotta have 2 of this and 2 of this and 2 of that, right? And so you can't have a whole team of campers, but you've got the runaround guys. You got a couple guys that are like more like support and medic and techs, and they're setting out C4 and that kind of stuff, bouncing betties and all the old good stuff. And then you got a couple guys that are just like snipers, freaking in the woods, bro. They're in the boonies. That's their job. And then you got to play with that strategy.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Would
Bring
be
me a
sweet.
game mode like that. I'd be in for sure.
Well, there's definitely. I'm
All right.
not going to give away the presents yet, but there's some things to talk about tonight that I think you guys will be pumped about. I'm pretty pumped about it, but I've kept my mouth shut so far. Gotta do what you gotta do. All right, I'm gonna give me a little drink of aqua here, and I'm ready to go when you guys are.
All right. I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna give me a little drink of aqua here.
Obviously not. There we go.
Heard myself. All right. You guys know your lines?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right, let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tonight on the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Twerk it while you work it.
Madden 20. Is it a touchdown or a letdown?
Sometimes the greatest gift can be found in the sea.
And now, the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Hey, it's finally getting cold outside, guys, but the Delirious Dads are here to heat up your life. It's the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. Welcome to another episode, episode 44. And you heard the oh yeah, that's our boy Ryan. He is back.
I'm back. I missed a week. Been hanging them Christmas lights. It is the Christmas season. Time to bring joy to all the children of the world. You know what I mean? I'm basically Santa for the Tulsa area.
Yeah.
Superhero.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, did you have any falls, any accidents while on the job?
Oh, never. Not in 16 years.
Not in 16 years.
Wouldn't admit it if we did.
There you go. Hunter, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty good. The struggle's real this week being a dad. You know, there's ups and downs to it, but it's kind of been the last 2 weeks have been a little rough with Rhett. He's kind of not sleeping as much as he used to and all that, but we're getting through it. He's our little blessing, and it's all worth it in the end. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Wait. No, that's not good. We got to hear some more. This is a Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast. The dads out there that have youngsters, they want to know what to expect. They just had theirs. They're about to have theirs. What's going on? Because Rhett's been pretty good so far.
Yeah.
So what's happening that's making it worse?
Rhett's mama is really good at getting a sleeping schedule going, and he was doing really good. Like sleeping. I think he had one 9-hour stretch 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
We're doing really good, and napping twice a day. And anyways, he's kind of hit this sleep regression, and it's due to him growing and learning, and his brain's gotten to this. It's like a growth spurt where he's
too
really
active.
Yeah, he's processing a lot of stuff and taking it in, and his brain just has a little bit of a hard time shutting off. So, he's at least that's what we've seen. My wife's in a lot of groups, and
it's probably not just mental; it's physical too. You're going through a growth spurt. His body's kind of hurting. He's just kind of overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. So it's a growing leap that he's going through right now, and it's just kind of causing him to take a step back on his sleeping, and it's frustrating for him. He's not.
Which means you guys get to take a step back on your sleeping.
Mm-hmm. So it can be frustrating, but my advice to all the parents or the dads out there is, take a step back, count to 10, breathe, and realize that it's a season. It's just a time, and it's a small part of the grand scheme, and it's all worth it. So
yeah, for sure. Well, ours is like blowing snot bubbles, wheezing a little bit. We found out yesterday. We went ahead and took her to the urgent care because when we picked her up from daycare, they said she had a rough day and she was just looking, not so great. She's been sick with a cold for a while now. Anyway, found out that a baby in the daycare had RSV. So they swabbed her yesterday at the urgent care and found out that she also has RSV. So she is
beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Out of commission for the week. So I had to take the day and stay with her, and then we got a babysitter for the next 2 days. So
rough.
Anyway, but bless her heart.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but RSV, is that respiratory or something? What's the?
Yeah, it's kind of like the equivalent of like bronchitis or bronchiolitis. Yeah, it's similar to that, but it's just in the form of babies. But what's scary about it is it is more dangerous, and it's kind of like the baby getting the flu. It's kind of similar to that. It's real dangerous for them.
Anything when they're that young is kind of scary.
Yeah, so you have to really watch their breathing. So for you dads out there, watch for any abdominal breathing if your baby's sick or any nasal flare. That means they're working to breathe. But you'll usually know if they're having a lot of issues breathing. whether to take him to the ER or not. But yeah, it's just kind of one of those deals of touch and go. You just watch him. But so far, Annalise is doing good. She looked better today, so
That's
we're
good.
thankful for that.
So how does that work? Do they put him on little baby antibiotics, or how does that work?
They gave her a three-day dose of steroids just to help them
Oh, okay.
get over the hump.
She's gonna be.
Yeah, they
rough.
try not to go antibiotics, huh? Unless they have to.
Right.
Usually.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they're that little, you're limited on what you can use,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I was curious.
but she's been eating bottles, staying hydrated. That's another thing when they're sick. Always make sure they're staying hydrated. They can go without the formula, but you want to pump them with the Pedialyte or keep the fluids in them. Help keep them out of the hospital. But so that's going on. So it's like you go through all this sickness stuff, and Christmas is right around the corner, and when you're a Christmas junkie like me, you kind of get a little bit sad about it because it's kind of flying by. You're doing more time just trying to get everybody healthy than enjoying the
Trying
season.
to survive.
So, yeah. Yep.
You're surviving, not living.
That's right. But that's okay. It happens, and winter is the season for it. So that's what happens.
Yeah, I hate getting sick. I usually get like a little bit of a for like 2-3 weeks during Christmas season. And I just can't kick it. But this year I didn't get it. So it's just
good.
like, got
deal.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I get that, but this year I got bronchitis, and that's what stuck with me. So
Ain't nobody
Sweet.
got time for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Enough of that, guys. Huh? You ready to hear about
Yeah.
some gaming stuff?
yeah, let's get into the gaming tonight. We're gonna be, of course, every week we hit you with gaming news. I'll be leading that little project. Hunter's gonna be hitting us with a gaming review of his choice. So we actually never officially talked about what it would be about. So I'm excited to hear from him. And then Ryan's gonna hit us with.
I got a guess by his intro what it's going to be about.
And
I
Ryan's
don't know
gonna
if
hit
Clinton
us with.
listened to the intro, obviously.
I did. Okay. I was trying to leave the suspense.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Let you do the big announcement, not me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Except I already did it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and mark that as a loss for Clint. That's okay. And Ryan's going to be hitting us with gadgets and gifts. He's going to maybe
A few
find
gadgets,
some funny
mainly
stuff.
gifts. Yeah, there's funny and good and stupid.
Okay.
It's a good mix.
Like all that. Yep.
Yeah,
It's all
all
my
of it.
favorite stuff. Well, let's move on to the news then and get this chicken kicking.
All right. I'm ready to hear some gaming news. I've been out of the loop for a while.
Leaks for Geeks. Now, everybody that hears the news that I bring probably is always wondering, why does Clint always get into politics and these weird subject matters? I don't know. But
Well, it's not always. It pretty much started with the Blizzard fiasco.
yeah, it
Like
did.
before that, you stayed out of it most of the time.
Well, yeah. Well,
we
this time,
forgive you.
this time it's a more religious route, but we're gonna get to it. We're gonna talk
Oh,
about
boy.
it. Yeah.
Oh, bringing up religion.
Oh, I know. Politics and religion, the two things you're not supposed to talk to family about.
Yeah.
Well, it
then
depends on what
if
family
you're
you
a
are.
Christian, you just say, we're not talking about religion, we're talking about life. You get away with things.
This isn't religion. This is Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
But
relationship.
that's not going to be the first story I talk about, though. First story we're going to
Okay.
talk about is Fortnite because,
Okay.
why not talk about the game that you don't play? And
Right,
just
yeah.
always hit it, kick it like a dead horse,
Yep. You can't not talk about it. It's just too big of a game.
Yeah. It's,
So we don't want to skip it. We got plenty of listeners that probably play it.
oh, yeah.
We respect that. We don't not play it because we don't like it. We think it's a great game.
Yeah.
We just think we suck at it and we don't have enough time to get good at it. That's all.
Right. I don't have the resources.
By the way, Clinton, PETA would prefer you see feed a fed horse instead of beat a dead horse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, feed a dead horse. I like that.
So feed a fed horse is the proper way
Feed-
to say it.
Feed a fed one.
Don't want to feed a fed horse.
I was
here.
just about to say, how do you feed a dead one? But now I
No,
get it.
see the whole premise is that
Is they don't die.
don't
We
want
keep
you
them
to
alive
have a
forever.
dead horse.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because
okay.
it's a miracle.
And we
Okay,
don't
yeah.
want to kick a horse either because that's just animal cruelty. So we
Right.
feed
But
a
not
dead
if it's
horse.
dead. If it's dead, it's not animal cruelty.
Yep. It's just
I
a
mean,
carcass. I guess I could
Yeah.
say kick the carcass, and not specify what carcass.
I
Right,
was
but it's
just
still
being
some kind of animal.
Yeah.
I was just being a dweeb anyway. So
Yeah, it's
I get
okay.
you.
Hey, if it was a
just kick the dead horse.
if it was a
Go
video
for it.
if it was a video game, it'd be a human carcass because that's how we roll in video games.
Yeah, definitely.
kick the carcass.
So Fortnite is actually in some legal issues, not for
No way.
themselves, but they actually threw themselves into this one, and it does involve dancing.
Really?
Yes, Fortnite developer. Oh, and this is by PC Gamer, guys. Fortnite developer Epic Games is involved in a new legal tussle over one of the game's
Jeez.
emotes. But in something of a twist, the studio is suing the dancer rather than the other way around. Matt Geiler, I think that's how you say his name, better known to the internet as the Dancing Pumpkin Man, sent Epic a cease and desist letter in October demanding that it stop using his likeness in the Pump It Up emote and threatened legal action if it refused to do so. After further exchanges failed to resolve the matter, Epic filed a suit seeking a preemptive ruling that it did not infringe upon Geiler's copyright or trademark. Epic's filing refutes Geiler's claim that he created the character in the first place, noting that he made the mask from a pre-existing third-party Halloween jack-o'-lantern decoration from his company's holiday lobby display. It also points out that characters with pumpkin heads are common in other creative works, particularly related to Halloween and horror. That far predate Geiler's dance and argues that the outfit he wore in his dance isn't substantially similar to Fortnite's Pump It Up emote
Heck yeah.
anyway.
Now, is it the exact same dance, or what are we talking? You know,
I think it's the exact same dance. Like
I'd be more worried about the dance than the outfit. Then, yeah.
Well.
I'm trying to look it up and I can't even find the Bump It Up dance on here. So
I wouldn't even be writing somebody cease and desist. I'd be writing them, hey, you think you could just pay me a little? You know,
yeah,
just
a
give
little,
me something.
Give me a little
Just a little
sugar. A little sugar.
Yeah, little bump.
Yeah. The suit seeks a declaratory judgment for non-infringement, basically. Epic wants the court to declare that it's not breaking any rules up front before Geiler even files a suit, and also asks for legal fees, expenses, and other further and different relief as the court deems just and proper. So...
Epic's so rich they're gonna be like, you sue me? No, I sue you.
We're going to shut this down quick. And it might be that they feel like they could be in some trouble, so why not be proactive?
Like that bald guy in Shark Tank that always tells the little companies, you know what they're going to do? They're just going to smush you like the cockroach you are.
Yeah.
The companies, like if you go to court with them, it's over. They're just going to run you till you don't have any more money. They don't care if they're losing or winning. They'll just run you out of money. You know what I mean?
Yep. Then you
That's
go
how
away
those big
anyway.
ones do it. Yep.
Yeah. It's true. They have the most resources.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on to the controversial story that involves some religion. There is a game, and this is by Fox News, guys. Found this a little different news source for us when it comes to gaming. But they are saying that there is yet to be a launched New Testament-inspired video game that lets gamers play as Jesus Christ. And this is causing a stir.
I think I've heard about this game. I think we might have touched on it. We might have touched on it maybe like a month ago. And we're like, really? Remember, we said we should probably leave that out of games. Yeah, we had a discussion about this.
Okay,
Definitely.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it's official.
This guy's been working on it for a long time, and then had gotten some secondary funding and was finally going to come out with it.
Like a crowdfunding deal?
Yeah, it was something. Yep. And we were like, no, don't do it. It's a weird thing.
Well, it's happening.
Right.
The name of the game is I Am Jesus Christ.
Nice.
It's
so original.
Yeah. It's a realistic simulator game inspired by stories from the New Testament of the Bible. Explains a description on the video game distribution site Steam. check if you can perform all famous miracles from the Bible like Jesus Christ. It is a simulation game, and you can try to save the world as he did. Are you ready to fight with Satan in the desert, exorcising demons and curing sick people? Question mark. Or calm the storm in the sea. The game's subject matter has caused plenty of buzz on social media.
I don't think this is the same game. I don't remember this game being like play as Jesus. It was a Bible game, and we were like, no, don't. It's weird. This is strong.
This is legit.
This is coming on heavy.
Yeah, they're just going right for it.
Yeah.
Like, if we go for it, let's go for the main character.
I mean, we study the Bible all the time. We make games in Sunday school. Why not make a video game, you know? What we got here?
Yeah. Some of the statements, one Twitter person said, the features on I Am Jesus Christ are gold. Realistic fight with Satan. This was tweeted by Angerbeard TV, or at Angerbeard TV.
What's funny is you got other people who are not religious. They're like, how can you use the realistic and fight with Satan in the same sentence? Because
they don't believe that.
It's obviously completely lore. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, so I guess that's the thing, right? For them,
that's funny.
It's just a game then, right?
It's just a game, yeah.
This other person says, let's see right here. I Am Jesus Christ is a real game based on the New Testament, and it begs the question, are you ready to fight Satan in the desert? This is my IGN, actually.
Everybody's talking about this fight with Satan.
They're ready for the showdown. Yeah, they're ready for the showdown.
And they're talking about when he's tempted and he's got to bring out the scripture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if I gave you everything?
To give out the scripture.
Yeah. So I think the company's name is Playway. And so one person said, too far, Playway. Thumbs down. And then another one said, I'm not sure how I feel about this. But they have pictures. I mean, it's official. You got the modeling of Jesus Christ in the desert.
So it's
up
on Steam?
Like, are we talking about some good graphics? Or?
I mean, you're looking at probably Xbox 360 graphics, maybe.
Okay.
From what I can tell. But these are small images that I have on the article.
Right.
And then the other one, they had the crucifixion scene. And I think there's a trailer out on YouTube. So check that out. Yeah, go check that out. The trailer's been viewed more than 330,000 times since it was posted on YouTube.
That level.
Yeah. So there you go. You can now play as Christ Jesus.
I have 2 points on this, and I think the first one is if it's anything like the movie game. When Christians first got into the movie game, it was kind of terrible. Like,
yeah,
you know, everything was low budget, like cheesy, not good. So I'm kind of expecting that rollover into the video games. When we first start, it's gonna be a little weird, you know, a little cheesy.
Well, that's one of those things. Should it be
a video game?
Now you're talking about Christian producers making Christian movies. Well, because they don't have the budget. But when you've got there's all kinds of movies that are based off of Christian stories. Made by big Hollywood, and they, Christians never like them because that's not depicting the story right in the Bible, right? But the movie's great, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's where you go. What about you got movies like God of War, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're not a Christian, that's just as legitimate as the story of Jesus. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we got those games out where we're talking about Greek mythology and all this kind of stuff, and we love it. Why wouldn't we have some sweet battle royales between Jesus and the devil and demon casting, you know what I mean? But if you're a Christian producing the game and taking it real serious and spiritually, the game's going to be horrible.
That's
I mean, it's just there's no doubt about it.
Well, and that goes down to they want to keep the purity of things, and they probably don't want to cause a stink within the community. And
well, not only that, I mean, you got to be led by the Spirit each step of the way. You know what I mean?
All
you
that
make
stuff
sure
goes
you're doing everything just right.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Should I put the cactus right here?
Right, yeah.
Let me know. Or give me a sign. Is a cactus going to go
What
right
does
here?
the burning bush look like?
So, like in my head, in the Bible, it's a conversation between the devil and Jesus. So I'm real curious. Like, is he going to bust out like a staff and start just whacking the devil? Like, here we go.
In the Bible, that's all he does is bring out old scripture.
Here's my thing: is like when you were talking about, you said, "What does a burning bush look like?" That made me think it would be pretty legit to have a game that was very well animated to walk you through all the epic stories in the Bible. That would be
Yeah,
kind
almost
of
like
cool.
a VR type setup.
Yeah,
Now-
like
now-
not like super cheesy action where you're
Yeah,
throwing,
yeah.
But
Right.
like really, literally
Cracking the whip
walking
and flipping the
through,
tables.
like walking through the Red Sea, right? That'd be so legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So-
one of our listeners, George, he has a question. He says, "Is he white? Because I don't think it counts." And
Boom, and ain't
yes,
even Jesus if he's white.
he's European. So
Oh my God!
He's like the European Jesus.
So nobody needs to worry about it.
The
It's
long
not
brown
Jesus.
hair, white,
Don't worry, guys.
probably the blue eyes. So that's
Oh, man.
that's the Jesus they're going for.
But then you got the hey, Jesus is just however you visualized him in your heart. The actual what he looked like doesn't matter. These people think of him as that and that. The maker just happens to think of him as a European white guy. White male privilege, can I say?
Definitely from the old days for sure.
I feel like my Jesus would look like a skinnier Ryan with long hair.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I picture
So,
like
Mexican
Sylvester
Jesus.
Stallone, Rambo style. It's just all the way in. Yeah.
You need to be making the video game then, dude.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so that's the thing for me. Like I
I
would
mean,
like
he's a
it.
carpenter back
I
in
would-
the old days when they had no power tools. That dude was jacked. He was ripped.
Oh yeah, for
Just
sure.
swole.
And they didn't eat much either. It wasn't like they were eating like us.
No.
Like, I think I'm
No,
gonna
he
get
was-
2 double cheeseburgers.
He was super lean, looking like straight Spartacus type dudes. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's my deal. I would like them to take a very historical take on it and do kind of like what they've done with Assassin's Creed, where they go and actually review the history of those
Right.
times.
Right.
And I want to experience that. Let me experience that world in a game. I'm fine with that.
I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Does
doesn't
it?
sound like it's that though.
Yeah. As a Christian, does it offend me? Not really, because I feel like there's enough stuff that's been done on Jesus from like shows and things like that that have not been good. So
Well, it sounds like this guy's trying not to be. Like, I think you'd have more of an uproar, if they made a game that was like a joke about Christianity.
yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
this definitely looks like you're gonna have the healing abilities. You're gonna have like
Right.
it's gonna be like skills that you acquire
Right.
Well,
yeah, you can build your
through
character
your
tree.
through your walk. So that's interesting.
How good of a Jesus can you be?
Right.
So how much?
Perfect. You don't make it. You don't get crucified.
I've
I
not looked.
I was gonna say I looked at a short clip just now, and it does look super cheesy.
Yeah.
And here's my thing too. Like, okay, we like to envision these miracles our way, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it may have not happened that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the fishes and loaves, for instance. He multiplied them. Well, we don't know what that looks like. But
Yeah.
in this
Right.
video games, he puts out his jazz hand towards the basket.
Yeah.
And these,
Jazz hand.
and these fish just start appearing. Like they just
Yeah.
appear out of nowhere.
But why
Yeah.
not?
See,
right?
See, the way I imagined it was everybody just keeps reaching into the basket, and it's like Santa's bag.
There's another
There's
fish.
just
Okay,
another
yeah.
loaf and another fish.
See,
yeah.
or for me, like the disciple raised the basket up and then they bring it down and then there's more fish in it.
Yeah,
I don't
there you
know.
go.
There's
Yeah.
just like
Fill in
that's
the
where it
blank.
gets cheesy,
Right.
because then these people who don't necessarily believe in the story of Jesus see this and then it's even more unbelievable for them. It's
So-
like,
Well,
so
see what they
this is
should have done in the
So
game.
should
is
they
they should
go
have
more
gave
of
you
a,
options. What kind of miracles do you perform? You know?
Yeah.
Are you like the jazz hand Jesus? Or are you like the secret? All of a sudden, there's fish in your pocket, Jesus.
I'm
You know what I mean?
fine with it being
fish in your
cheesy.
pocket, Jesus?
I'm fine with it being cheesy, and I'm not offended either, Clinton. But I think you got to put in there. This is a depiction of how we see these miracles unfold.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I look
Don't
at it
say
as
this is the Bible and this is how it happened, and have Jesus jazz
Right.
handsing towards a
yeah.
It's
It's like who killed Jimmy Hoffa? We know that the mob probably killed him, but we don't know who or how, and so you have all your depictions of that. So
that was out of left field, but we'll go with it, Clinton.
well,
not for
I've been
Clint. He
watching
loves the
mafia
mafia.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching mafia stuff, so we're good.
That's funny.
Yeah,
All right.
So there you
that was
go.
a long piece of
Mafia.
news. I'm crying a little bit now.
yeah, that's okay. I thought it was interesting.
It
Caught
was.
my
That was
eye.
good.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, we're talking about it.
That was good.
Well, earlier I
But
had
not only
said,
are we going to talk about it, we'll have to do a review of that game.
Yes.
oh
We
yeah,
will
we're
definitely.
okay.
When does it
before-
come out?
Didn't say. I didn't look it up.
3 years, and the
Okay.
funding will not quite make it.
So for the fun of it, because we're laughing and having so much fun with it here, with the story, I did not look it up on Steam. How much do we think?
George,
how,
George said hey, what's that behind your ear, Jesus? You know,
Yeah. Oh, it's a fish. Look at that.
let me grab that.
Is it a trout? Is it a tilapia?
The
What
two
kind of
rings.
Oh my
fish?
gosh,
The
yeah.
Family Guy Jesus.
So wrong. Hey,
It
okay.
is.
So my question was, I haven't seen Steam. How much does a game like this cost when it comes out live? When it's ready to go?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I would hope that they would settle for a $15 game.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be 10 or 15, but because he's going to go through so much of his own personal money and all kinds of people's savings that have poured into the game because they feel like they were supposed to, he's going to be charging like 30.
30. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
30.
I think.
I want some DLC content. Like let's work through the New Testament.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
even maybe some graphic upgrades, like,
Right.
So the light's coming out of his hands.
and then give
They
me
upgrade later.
give me the Revelation DLC.
Oh,
and,
man.
And because it's all it's all skeptical. You don't know.
Yeah, it's all
Or
interpretational.
interpretation. You could just go crazy with it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I love it. I love
Yep.
it. Yeah. You got a whole, that's the whole sequel. Four Horsemen,
sequel,
you know what I mean? It's all that, yeah.
Yep. And then he comes back with the sword, and you get to go all
Yep.
action
Egg crazy
Jesus
on
on him.
him.
Yeah.
Yep. There
You go. Boom.
Yep. The Jews
There.
would love that one because that's the Jesus they were looking for in the first place.
So earlier, I said that some of the best gifts can be found in the sea. It was a reference
In
to
the
this
sea?
game. In the sea, yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. So this is a
Pearls.
reference to Sea of Thieves. Yep. Sea of Thieves is having a holiday event. It is called the Festival of Giving, and it's now live. It adds gift seeker voyages and a new tutorial mode called Maiden Voyage, and a lot of holiday gear or items. The lore behind the gift seeker voyage isn't your average holiday story. A massive shipment of gifts was lost at sea and somehow scattered across the map. And the Stitcher Jim wants you to collect and deliver them to his love at the Reaper's hideout. His love is a masked stranger. And matter of fact, I will pull up the trailer right now so that everybody in live can see it. Just a little sneakage peekage here. So there you can see. We'll see a Thieves action. Yeah, so you can go out, do these quests, collect these gifts, bring them back. There's also going to be some options where you can gift the items that you find, and you'll get commendations, whatever that is.
Does it give you any idea of how much playable time that download content gives you? Some are 30 minutes, some are a couple hours. You know what I mean? It all depends.
From what I was looking at, it looks like it's just going to be repeatable quests, or maybe they just keep randomly showing up, so to speak.
Okay.
So you just hunt them down throughout your gameplay session. So
Right.
Yeah.
So it's okay, cool. I really want to try that game with you guys, but I don't like the open ocean.
Oh, you don't?
No, it's kind of a fear. The deep, deep ocean.
Really?
Yeah.
What lies beneath? I hate water levels in games, dude.
Yeah, I'm kind of that.
Yeah, you told me that before. That's right.
I'm kind of that way in real life. But for the people that do play the game,
I swim in the ocean and I don't have a problem. It's just on video games.
Just on well.
And movies.
See? Opposite for me.
Never bothered me.
Oh. Well, in the Maiden Voyage mode, it's going to be a tutorial for new players to learn the ropes in a safe space before taking the open seas. So the tutorial can be accessed by any of the Sea of Thieves players, and takes you offline into like a practice mode. And then they're adding some new themed items to the Pirate Emporium and the Black Market, so you can celebrate holiday season doing that if you'd like. Another game.
That game, Sea of Thieves. About how long has that been out now? Do you know, Clint?
Year and a half, 2 years, I'd say.
Yeah, it seems like it's still doing pretty well too, from everything I've come across. That
Yeah, people still
it's
like
still
playing
pretty
it.
popular. They're still doing pretty good download content. We're seeing more and more games. Used to 6 months after a game came out that was like a story style game,
Yeah.
it's over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've talked about this before, but it's just we're really just now in maybe 2-3 years into this kind of game with
Yeah,
this kind of content and this kind of stuff. This is a new era for us old peps out here that are used to
yeah.
playing, quick burn 'em, turn 'em kind
Mm-hmm.
of, even big open world campaign games back in the day didn't last more than about 6 months. I mean, that's
Only had
just,
so much to it.
Yeah,
yep,
I think you're getting into a time of, for me, WoW was the big thing. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
and it was a
that's true.
huge, very large community, right?
Yep.
But now it seems like you're finding a lot more of these smaller communities of players that play this one game,
Yeah, yeah, they
and the
stick to it
game.
and they stay dedicated to giving that game
Hmm.
maker enough money that it's worth putting out more content. And
Right.
yeah,
So you have these little diehard
right.
groups that love the game, and then there's a community within that. So
Yep.
that's kind of neat. We'll see how that continues to evolve our video games. Same thing with the holiday events. Used to maybe one or two games did it. Now it seems like everybody's starting to jump on board with it, which I like. Makes your game feel like it's living and breathing. Not
Mhm.
so stagnant. But Overwatch is doing their Winter Wonderland. It went live today. So today's date's the 11th of December. So it went live. They dropped 7 new skins. And I will show you real quick.
I was about to
trailer
ask,
on that.
what does that mean? Does that mean snow on the ground and Christmas skins?
Yeah, well, they have maps that they do up in
It's
in
holiday
Christmas Eve.
decorated and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let me
But
pull
the
this
bigger
up
thing,
for you real
the
quick.
bigger thing for most people is probably the skins.
Yeah.
The fact that
Yeah.
you get a special season, special skins that are only going to be around during the season and they'll be gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's going on with that. You've got Doomfist. He's got his Joe Dune, I think is how it's named. You've got Sigma. He's got like a Death Knight from WoW look,
Okay.
They've made Reaper look like the Rat King.
Oh, really?
So that's pretty cool, yeah. The cowboy character, McCree, they've made him like a hunter, like an old man looking hunter out in the wilderness kind of look.
Nice.
And then they've done some other skins. They've also this year are bringing in a new mode called May Snowball Deathmatch. I think it's just maybe Snowball Deathmatch.
Like a snowball war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've had a mode called May Snowball Fight where it was like a one-time elimination. You do it like in rounds. You basically pick up snowballs and try to hit each other with snowballs. Well, this is an actual battle royale. I think 8 players or something. You go at it, and then
Okay.
First one to 15 wins. So fun little mini game to play for the holidays.
Gotcha.
They usually put that in their arcade. And let's see. They also did like Soldier. They gave him an ugly Christmas sweater outfit, which is pretty funny looking. And then Mercy, they made her like a snow angel. So some really cool outfits every year. Their art department does an amazing job with their
Sweet.
games. So
Yeah, they don't really skimp you on the like when you see the cool outfits that come out. It's not like, oh, it's the same outfit but Christmas colors. No, they go
Right.
all out. That's what I
Yeah.
like about that game.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're wanting to get in the holiday cheer on Overwatch, now's the time to do that. So that's it for my holiday stuff. Now moving into some actual game news.
Okay, what you got?
GTA Online is releasing a new radio station this week. It's going to be called iFruit Radio is the name of it. Let's see. It's going to go live on December 12th. They have launched their winter event, so now if you log into Los Santos, it will be snowing. So,
Now, just for the sake of sounding retarded or dumb, sorry about that. Basically, when you say they released a radio station, you mean in the game.
yes.
Like they don't have a radio station like you can turn into on iHeartRadio or
There's
something.
multiple
So
you're talking
ones
about-
when you're driving around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I thought
Yeah,
you
they're-
meant. So now
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've done this deal where they're starting to release these radio stations to keep the game fresh.
Gotcha.
Which is a good idea.
What they need to do is release some XM. You know what I'm saying? No commercials.
That'd be nice.
Satellite.
Get a little, yeah. But then
The
they would have
commercials
to.
on there are hilarious.
Yeah. I
yeah.
just mess with you.
Well, they could somehow come up with a way just to do a live radio station. That is Rockstar, you know.
Right.
Or what Clinton was talking about the other day would be cool is on the RP mode, have your own radio station, and you're able
Yeah.
to
Oh,
run
yeah.
the radio station.
Yeah,
while
do
people
like
are
a-
playing.
Yeah, have like custom radio stations. But some of the songs or bands and stuff that are going to be featured, cherry picked by Danny Brown and special guests including UK rapper Skepta. It's going to be on there. They're going to have other artists like DaBaby, Megan Thee Stallion, Denzel Curry, and YBN Corday. I hope I'm probably butchering some of these names.
Yeah, tear it up.
Yeah,
Love it.
City Girls, Skepta and AJ Tracy, Freddie Gibbs, and Madlib.
If you're ever going to read a bunch of artist names, especially including like hip hop or rap, you should just go full on in your country voice
just
before you start.
just really butcher
You know?
it. Yeah. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, they got little baby out there. She's going to be doing things. And then Skip
Doing-
Red, she's
doing stuff and
She's on
things.
step. Yep.
Yep.
Little
so,
baby's actually a man. It's not a she. But that's
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're trying.
Obviously, I don't know either.
Here. 27 tracks though are coming into that little
Okay.
bit. So there you go.
Okay.
New station for your GTA needs. So here we go, guys. Another one that I'm excited about. I don't know if Hunter will be, because he was younger when this game came out. But me and you have fed this horse lots of grain. Okay, fed this horse to death, as Hunter.
Okay.
all right. No, you're feeding the fed
No.
horse right now.
We're feeding the
Okay.
fed horse. This
Feeding
is
the
a healthy
fed
fat
horse.
horse, and we're feeding it more.
Okay, here we
We
go.
want it to be obese. Okay.
Left 4 Dead.
Mm-hmm.
There's a potential Left 4 Dead VR game that is
No.
apparently in the works,
No.
according to Valve News Network.
Oh man.
Nothing official has been confirmed, but after information leaked about Half-Life Alyx before it was announced, chances are we might be seeing Left 4 Dead VR become a reality very soon.
Dang, that'd be sweet.
There's also word that it'll be getting some more news about Alyx at the Game Awards 2019 coming up. Folks everywhere have been waiting for Left 4 Dead 3 to finally surface. In a recent video from Valve News Network, they discussed lines of code that relate to Left 4 Dead that were data mined
I've really
from
never
the
been
Steam
waiting
VR.
for 3. I thought after 2 came out and it was so bad they were done. I thought they just killed the franchise. Yep. That
Maybe.
was my opinion. I
Hey, but-
wish they would go back to their roots, but I never had the vibe that they were gonna. Like I
Yeah.
thought, nope, it's over.
So this article almost makes it feel like maybe it's the original game redone in VR. Is
That'd
what
be
it
sweet.
feels like. So
That'd be fun.
for a different, interpretation on it. So we'll see. There's really not been anything super official that's came out. We know that Turtle Rock Studios is doing Back for Blood, which is, they were the original developers that had worked on the games back
Is
in the
that?
day.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the one we were talking about maybe a month ago. That has supposedly reports of being back to the roots of the original Left 4 Dead kind of a. Yeah,
it's
that's.
gonna be
I've been
back to
pumped for that
kind
one.
of thing. So
Yep.
I've also seen people on like Facebook and things commenting about World War Z and describing it as very Left 4 Dead like. So
I haven't got to play it.
yeah, I'm still wanting the people
Is
that
that one
have played
co-op?
it like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole game's co-op.
Oh, we got to get on there.
Yep.
Dang.
So
Tiff just asked me, "What do you want for Christmas, Ryan?" You never have a list. I said, "I do this year. I want a
I
new
got a
NVIDIA
whole-
Shield. I want Borderlands 3. I want Modern Warfare.
whole bunch of
Yep.
games.
I said I want a TV for the bedroom. I want a second computer so my daughter can game next to me in the office.
There you go.
What don't
Love
I
it.
want this year?
This gaming podcast is doing wonders for you, right?
Oh man.
Well, I saved the best for last, and sorry guys, I know a lot of news tonight, but this last one I just had to share, and I'm gonna put a little bit of it up on the screen for everybody because it's such big news. PlayStation did their Play Live live stream and did an official trailer announcement for a game that me and Hunter discussed last week. Some images were leaked of Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the official trailer came out. It looks amazing in the game, or the game trailer itself. shows Raccoon City slowly being taken over by zombies. And then, of course, within the trailer, we end up going to a first-person point of view of a woman running. And then later, it's revealed that it's Jill Valentine.
Nice.
So this is Resident Evil 3. The 1999 remake is here, boys. Nemesis is upon us. So
we got to get done with 2.
Yes,
we all loved it.
Yes.
We haven't even freaking finished it.
And hopefully through this new thing that I was talking about earlier, we can do that. Just sitting at home,
that
we
would
can
be
play
sweet.
together. Yeah.
Yeah. So the graphics look amazing. I'm just, salivating over it. Looks like amazing. Like I said, they do a reveal at the end of the trailer of Nemesis. So, of course, they don't give too much away. It just shows him in like a umbrella science lab. Shows them they got him chained down, and they hit him with some injection of some type of liquid medicine. He
Nice.
opens his eyes and looks pissed. So
Heck yeah, shoot him up.
Yep, looks really good. But also, a little news that I really enjoyed as well is the game is going to be coming with another mode, an online mode, boys.
What?
Yeah. So Resident Evil, let me get the name here because I got this trailer pulled up. Yeah, it was Resident Evil Resistance. It's going to be an asymmetrical online multiplayer mode.
Okay.
And you're going to work your way through Raccoon City is what it looks like to survive. It's a little.
You say online multiplayer, meaning against each other?
I think together. I think it's going to be like co-op.
Okay, like a co-op. Okay.
Work your way through the city to survive kind of thing.
That sounds fun to me.
But that's coming free with the game. So it's a game within the game. And
Sweet.
they're giving it to all the buyers of Resident Evil 3. So,
I like it.
Yep. Really exciting. Probably the biggest news for me of the year.
I'm pumped.
So the official date is April... Oh, they put it on here. March. March
See,
4th, 2020.
I also heard like 3 months ago that they were supposedly working on a next. What they're doing is the sequence of the remodels, right? Of the good ones, right? The classics that everybody loved,
Right.
and then that they're also working on the sequel to the VR. That there's supposed to be another VR one, and they'll continue those as separate lines rather than trying to make the old ones VR. They're doing the remakes of the old ones, and then they want to continue because the VR one was a big hit,
Right.
and make another VR one. But now I haven't heard anything about it. I was looking stuff up the other day, and it was kind of like, meh, like nothing really very official. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, is that just because they didn't get to sell enough of them because not everybody has VR?
Yeah.
Or what? Because that game, the little bit that I played at your house was super good.
Yeah.
Right. For me, I love VR, but I get sick, man. I know they're working on that, but until...
So I wonder if that's what it is. They're just not getting a big enough market.
Maybe.
It's worth dumping their time into it, you know?
I mean, I'd love to play it, but I get too sick.
Or to them, it may be worth waiting until Gen 2 of the PlayStation VR.
Yeah, that's true.
Because as these headsets are getting better, I think the sickness is getting
Right.
better. Because a lot of it has to do with any type of frame rate drop can really affect you, and some other things. So,
Yeah.
but we'll see where VR takes us in that realm. But really excited that this game is going to be legit. You don't have to worry about VR, and the fact that it has multiplayer mode is going to give the game more longevity. So, but that's
Super
it.
cool.
That's all
Very
I've
smart.
got for the news, guys.
Well, there's plenty of news. Good news. Bad
Oh, yeah.
news and weird news. The whole
Yep.
mix.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
The good news. The gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did have that. Yeah. Well, Hunter, I'm going to switch it over to your intro, buddy, and I'll let you give us some opinions. Let's do it.
Facts.
Facts.
Order.
Beats Bears
Order in the
Battlestar
court.
Galactica. That's what we're looking for here. Bring us the facts.
What's your plea?
Am I good to go, or am I waiting?
Oh, he's gonna roll his deal. He was waiting for me to finish it, or is he already clicking? I'm just talking during it. Oh yeah, okay, that's the face. Okay. Well, you shouldn't be so click happy, Clint.
This is
Some
a
of us want to be
final
funny.
verdict.
Some of us want to roll off the cuff. So I just interrupt the whole transition. I don't even care. It's live.
And we're back with Ryan interrupting everything. Hunter,
Like we never left.
Hunter, we're gonna ignore that guy in the corner. You just go ahead and say your piece, buddy.
I'm gonna top
All
that
right.
off with the fact that I'll be right back because I'm grabbing some water. I've got that going.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, yeah, so this week I'm reviewing Madden 20. I just recently got the game. It was on sale. I try not to buy games full price unless I'm super hyped for them. Like, I think the one game I bought in the last, or it wasn't even, I didn't even buy it. Well, did I buy it?
Which one?
Red Dead. I did buy it. I bought it full price.
You did buy it full price.
Yeah. And so Red Dead Redemption, I got that, and it is awesome. But anyways, we're not reviewing that today. I'm reviewing Madden. And so Madden 20 had a lot of ups and downs reviews, and we've covered that, I think, on one of our earlier podcasts right when it came out.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I finally got to play it because I feel like an authentic person-to-person review is much better than, all the reviews you read on the internet. But
yeah, and guys, that's why we don't do a ton of reviews on this show, because we really want to try to keep the reviews to where it's games that we've played,
yes,
or games that we've had interaction with, and not just look up reviews and then regurgitate it to you.
Right. We don't want to be that travel guide that gives you the pamphlet and says have a good time. He's never been there before. We want to be the tour guy that's walked through it. So
yeah.
So let me be your tour guide on Madden 20 today. Madden 20 is expectingly pretty similar to the ones before. We haven't seen a huge spike in graphics, a huge spike in mechanics and the way that the players move. It's pretty similar to the one before. There's a couple differences I think set it above some ones that have come before. But if you were looking for an all mind-blowing experience, this is the new generation of Madden. This isn't it. Okay. And so I have a little article pulled up that I agree with. That I'm going to kind of go over and put my own input in because I played it. The missions and the ultimate team and stuff in this game is a joy. They've really worked hard on those things. Overhauling the player rating system. I don't know if you guys know, but there is actually people employed called Madden rating people, and they go around to the games and they watch these people or these players play, and then they rate overall speed, overall, agility and hurtling, and all these things are based on watching these players, and then they put it into the database.
Like watching real players?
Yes.
Really?
They go to the
No,
games
I didn't
and
know
watch
that.
these players. So, like Lamar Jackson, for instance, he has been on fire lately on the field, so they've upped his speed, and because of that, he's become the fastest quarterback in Madden history. He topping Michael Vick, who is currently who was previously the fastest. Now it is Lamar Jackson. So, and that can change. That's why they have these people employed. If somebody goes out and has a bad year, you might see their stats drop a little bit.
Right.
So, it's an improved, overall player rating system, and then improved passing game. And then this is one of my favorite parts, and a new nice little touch added to this year's game is the Superstar X Factor. And we've talked a little bit about that when we first brought this game up, but basically there's things you can do in the game to make the superstar you're playing with get in the zone, is what they call it. And then that highlights their attributes. Now, what makes this a
Meaning
cool part
like
of
the attributes that are already real good kind of peak?
Yeah. But it's like freakish almost. So like Patrick Mahomes, for instance, he has got a heck of an arm, an athletic dude. Well, one of his is when he gets on in the zone, he can just limitless bomb balls deep. I mean, just like the arm's not a factor. They can throw 15 yards further than they used to be able to. So different things like that, and it's really cool because it highlights the player's skill. Well, what makes it cool is if you watch the NFL, if you're a football fan, then you're going to geek about it a little bit because you're going to be like, well,
Right.
this guy, that's what he's known for, and it's super cool that if I'm in the zone, I get a throw
Right.
like Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Right. So it's not like extreme like the old he's on fire.
Not
with
blitz. It's not blitz where you're breaking people's bones. So, yeah.
Right,
Okay.
But it is cool, for instance, Juju Smith-Schuster, he's a wide receiver for the Steelers. Well, he is just one of the best receivers in the game. He just is. And I'm not talking about Madden. I'm talking about in the game of football right now.
Right.
He just is. And so you have a certain amount of things you have to do in a game on this video game to get him in his zone. Once he's in that zone, he's in it until a defender does what they need to do to knock him out of it. Right?
Okay.
So there's some strategy.
So
it's cool.
one bad play that's caused by a defender can shut it down.
Yeah.
Right.
So, for instance, Patrick Mahomes goes in his zone. What the defender needs to do to get him out of it is sack him once. Okay, now he's out of the zone.
Yeah.
Right? But if you don't do anything about it, he's going to be in the zone all game, and there's little attributes that go with that, and there's big ones.
Shredding it.
Okay, yeah. Juju is one of the best, like we said, one of the best receivers in the game. When he gets in his zone, he is guaranteed to catch balls even in double teams. Okay, there's two people on him. It doesn't matter. He's going to catch the ball and go up for it. So it's just kind of a cool mechanic, and it gets
That's
you
cool.
kind of geeking out about the football game, like with your favorite
Well, like how do you
receivers.
shut down his?
There's I haven't looked into that stuff yet.
You probably have
all
to get
of it,
like an interception or
Yeah.
knock the ball down before
They
you can
have.
actually have a chance.
That's
to
another
catch it,
thing
maybe.
too. That's another thing too. They don't leave you in the dark. There is a book, or I guess you'd call it a catalog that you can go in Madden and look and see what every person's zone is, or
zone
what
is,
their
yeah,
power
usually.
up, their superstar factor, and it shows you how to knock them out of it too. So if you need to, you're facing somebody in Madden and they're beasting on it, you're
They're
like,
just
okay,
boosting. Yeah.
I need to figure out how to knock this guy off. So there's different things you can do. And so that's a super cool part of the game that's never been a part of it before, right?
Yeah, that's
and,
good.
I think it adds a lot of cool things. Another cool thing I've noticed is that animations in the game mimic some star quarterbacks and stuff like that. You can see Patrick Mahomes throw a sidearm football. I mean, not a lot of quarterbacks in the league do that. I haven't seen many of them do them. And even a no-look pass, where he looks it off and throws it this way. Patrick Mahomes is one of the first I've seen in the NFL to do some of that stuff, so blatantly at least that you notice it.
Right.
And so now you get to see that in the game. And before, Madden didn't put that kind of detail into it,
Right.
And so that is a kind of a cool little thing too. A little bit of some negatives here. Is the running game is wide open this year. It's not balanced. It's OP. It's just, in prior Madden video games, it was a little bit hard to run the ball.
Is it because of the specialties that the running backs
It
have?
can be, but it's not even that. A dude was talking about in this article, and I may touch on it later, on Superstar mode, which is a hard difficulty, with the Browns, his running backs were still breaking 10-yard runs, averaging 10-yard runs every carry. And then they were also breaking he said, I can't even count how many 50-yard runs for touchdowns I've had with them. So it's kind of overpowered, the running game. Like, you have a lot of space to make.
Well, I mean, you're just saying you can pretty much push the first down all the time.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing it right. And so basically that's what they're saying, and I agree. Since I've been playing this game, I haven't noticed it as much because I'm a thrower in the game, and I've been playing a lot of the I forgot what it's called, the face to the franchise or whatever, which I will talk about a little bit. That's where you make the quarterback and you are the quarterback. So I like to throw and I like to run myself. Right. But when I do run, I notice that it is easy to hit holes and it is easy to score. And so that's kind of unbalanced. They skipped a hole. It was super hard to gain a couple yards. You got hit in the backfield all the time last season.
So the running game's
good
for me, though.
You're just breaking it open,
Because I would get shut down on my passing game against Hunter.
Yeah.
And so then I have to go to the running game, but the running game was
Clinton
rough for me.
Might make me break some controllers.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So, anyways, so that's kind of the running game is not balanced. It's super OP at times. And then the face of the franchise is pretty underwhelming. And what that is, if you don't know, you make a guy. It's like a upbringing story. Well, the past couple Maddens have failed severely on their storytelling. They've tried to make a mode
You're talking
where
about
they have
like career mode, like starting from
yeah,
scratch.
yeah. So in the NCAA games, the old ones, you would start a player and you played like maybe 10 games of high school, which was really cool. That was a cool part of it. Before you drafted into the college world, or not drafted but recruited, and then you played with the college. Well, there wasn't a huge story behind it, but the way they did it was very well. And then Madden's kind of trying to do that, but they're failing like really hard, and it's almost like they're trying too hard. I will say that this year's has been better than the past two, but then the past 2 years they had this thing called hold on, let me see if I can find it in this article. I forgot what it was called, but I played it.
We believe you.
Let's see. Yeah. Anyways, Long Shot is what it was called. Okay. So Long Shot was their way of telling the story mode, and it was about this kid who was a college player who kind of missed his shot, and so then this TV show invites him to come on and compete against these other quarterbacks to win a shot at the NFL. So it was just real goofy. It was real goofy.
Yeah, that's weird.
There was never anything like that. Plus, the gameplay on it was weird. There was multiple times where it was just quick action play. Like, okay, well, you need to throw the ball, hit X before the time runs out. Boom, and you hit it. And then you guide the ball in the air with the joystick. It was weird. I've never seen anything like that in a sports game. That's just weird.
Yeah.
It was way left field. I didn't enjoy it at all. And
probably
so
took you out
year,
of the fantasy of actually playing.
It did. I didn't want to play it.
Player.
It was a lot of cinematic too. Way too much cinematic.
Now they've changed that to this new thing.
They have
face
changed
of the franchise.
Face of the franchise, which is a little bit better. You start in college again. Still unbelievable because the storyline behind this is that you're on a college team, and then they, because the trade portal is open, bring another guy to their team who's like this all-star quarterback, and he starts above you for 4 years. You don't get to play a single game is what it says, for 4 years playing for this college, okay? Well, then here come the playoffs, and this guy gets hurt, and you step into his spot for the first time. First college football game. Well, anybody who watches college football knows that if you're a backup quarterback, it is highly unlikely, yet it may be impossible for you to not play one game in 4 years.
Even for relief, you're going to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's goofy, and so you get this shot, which I did enjoy that they.
Why not make it the good guy? Why make it this? Why does it got to be this underdog story? Why not just be the top guy?
Yeah.
Or just any guy. Just pick your college and pick your guy, and then he progresses
and
into a story. Yeah, why do we need
make it a challenge for me? Why don't you make it a challenge where I have to earn the starting spot, but if I start doing bad, then I fall below and I have to earn it in practice again.
Yeah, it's just part of the deal.
Yeah. So anyways.
Weird.
So they're basically taking these Hollywood writers or these story writers.
It's something. It's just
a story.
Going too far with it. Yeah.
They did a little bit better this year because they did incorporate where you can actually play in college. And you're playing the last 2 playoff games of the college football championship.
Okay.
Where you step in and you get to choose who you're playing for. You also get to choose who you play for the first game of the college playoffs. Okay. And then it automatically picks the championship game for some reason. I didn't understand that. Why do I get to pick the? Anyways.
Now, and that's a limited pool too. Like you can pick your OSU Cowboys.
The teams you get at OSU Cowboys aren't good enough to be there. You get to choose between 10 high-profile programs, including Clemson, Oregon, Oklahoma, and USC. There's a couple more. Texas is in there. Texas Tech is in there. Again, Texas Tech has never been good enough to get there, but Patrick Mahomes came from there, so that's why they're on there.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so anyways.
He gave the endorsement.
Yes, I did like how they started this, okay? How they started the story. It was kind of cool, other than the fact that it's unrealistic and goofy that you never played a game and that you're the underdog. I think that could be changed. But 2, now that you went straight from playing your first 2 games at college and winning the national championship to all of a sudden you're in the NFL.
You're a pro.
you go to the NFL combine and do your best, and then you're drafted. Well,
Right.
if you're not good enough to start for 4 years in college, most
Right.
likely you're not going to start on a football team for
Yeah,
any
that really
NFL
just
team.
means you got lucky in a couple games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You had the games
Yeah.
of your life. That doesn't mean you've
Yes.
got
And
any
even if-
longevity or skill that you've
Yeah.
shown to anybody.
It would
And
make
you're
more
getting-
sense if they made you go play for a pro team that was lesser, like the Browns or something, right? Someone
Yes, but
not
you
quite as
wouldn't.
good.
You still wouldn't start. You would still
Right.
be a backup again.
Yeah.
And and that's what they insinuate. Okay, you got to earn your shot here, kid, to get on the starter. But I had no problem doing that. You know,
Right.
in fact, I earned my starting spot before preseason was over of my first year. So it's just goofy how it all plays out. And
Okay.
now I'm kind of getting to this mode where it's like you've hit a cap. Okay, I'm a starter now. I'm doing big things. But now I'm just a quarterback for this team, you know. And now what I'm looking forward to is, what team can I go play for now? Maybe I can get in a trade soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's
So you're
not
going to try to
enough-
work your way to win a Super Bowl, I guess.
Yes, there's not enough in it to keep you playing it season after season. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
There's some incentives in like 2K with the basketball player where you do your career that you can play in park mode with other people. You can build your guy and continue to build him even after a season's over to get better and better. And you can upgrade attributes and stuff in this, but it's not in the same ballpark at all, you know, as 2K. But there's just not enough. It's underwhelming, like they say. There's not enough to keep you there. Now, I'm going to play it because I like it. I'm not saying that it's not enjoyable, but it's not.
You
gonna
just
be
can
a
tell it
thing.
could have easily been a lot better.
Right. I will probably not play 5 football seasons on that mode. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm going to get bored of it real fast.
Right.
So that could be better. And the running, right? So that's what I'd have to say. I like the new little things that they've added to this game. It's going to make it fun to play your friends. It's going to make it fun to play a pickup game when nobody, by yourself. I do like that they have this superstar mode where you can be the superhero, but it just needs a little more work. And that's
Sounds
why
like they stepped it up in the sense of it's a better game
Yeah.
than the last one.
Yes.
It's just not. It's
not
not like
out of
they
the
worked all the
ballpark.
kinks out and made an awesome
Yes.
game. Yeah, I got you.
So back to my original question. Is this a touchdown or, did it let us down? I would say it's not quite a touchdown, maybe like a 20-yard pickup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel good about it, but you still don't know if your team's going to win.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, my take on this is that it's a fun game. You have fun playing it with your friends. There are better things in the modes. Should you buy it? I believe you should. I think.
So at $60
every
value,
Madden-
you think it's worth it?
Well, $60 value.
Yeah.
I don't know about 60, but I don't think they're selling for 60 anymore.
How much do they sell it
I
for?
bought it for 25 on Best Buy.
So it's probably 35 or 40.
So
probably 40.
so
in the
and that
store.
was on a Black Friday sale or something. So
Okay.
I would wait till it's not full price.
Okay.
But I would recommend that on every game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
should you buy it? I would
Dad
say
mode.
yes. I said it's not without flaw, but it is an improvement to the last year's. And
Gotcha.
so here's another thing too. If you like NFL football, there's not a better alternative.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna like
that's
it.
true.
Yeah.
There's
Sure.
no EA Sports is the only studio with an NFL license.
Right.
If you won't find a serious football sim outside of Madden nowadays.
That's
But
the
if
thing
you
when
want
you're
some-
playing games. You're playing games like the kind of games we play, say a zombie game or a shooter game. There's always 3, 4, 5 to pick from. Well,
Different
what's your favorite
versions.
one? When it comes to sports, there's one.
Yep.
There's one Major League Baseball. There's
Right.
one NFL. There's one NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One NHL or whatever you call it, freaking
Right.
hockey. There's just one. And
Yeah.
so, like it, love it, whatever. If you love football, you're going to buy it every year.
Yeah.
Right.
Sad thing is, they know that too. Kind of sucks.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
What it is about Madden though is like I do honestly feel like you can skip a year, but
Yeah.
if your friends are buying it every year,
Right.
then
You
you're
wanna
out.
Keep up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're out of the group because you can't
Yep.
play them with.
And they could easily make those things connect to where if I
Right.
had 19 and you had 20, we could,
You could play.
still probably play, right? Maybe I don't get the new features you get but they're not going to do that because they
No
want
way.
people to buy it.
That's money out of their bank.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's their business model
But-
right now.
Final verdict. Yes, I like this game. I think you should give it a try if you're a sports fanatic. I like how it gives you the power to feel like a superstar. Whether you're playing your guy you made or whether you're playing Patrick Mahomes or whoever you want to be, it allows you to step in and control the players and feel like you're at that level. And that's what video games are about,
Yeah.
living a different life. So check it out. I like it. It's a good game. I'll continue to play it. And I'm very looking forward to what EA is going to do in the future, and hopefully Madden can continue to step up their game.
Now, did you come up with a score for that? Score out of your 10?
Well, out of 10,
Not out of all games. I would say rank it out of
Under sports games. I'd say
sports games. Right.
yeah, I was going to say, if
Certain
I was
kind
doing
of
all
category.
games, I'd say 6 out of 10. But if I'm doing out of Madden's or out of football sports games, I would say that this is a 8.5 out of 10.
Okay,
Oh,
so that's
pretty
that's good enough
Yeah.
to play then. Yeah.
Right.
One little thing I want to put on the end of it, and I think we've talked about this before. I still subscribe to the thing of, and they want to make money. I get that. So do something like a battle pass, like what Fortnite does, or do what Dead by Daylight's just done with their battle pass, and other games are doing it. Do like some kind of seasonal thing that you pay $20 for or something.
And you keep getting
for
all
that
the updates.
season. You get updates, but you can maybe unlock a legend like Troy Aikman to put in
Yep.
your lineup, or an old
Right.
existing team, or maybe an old arena, or maybe some old leather football
Right.
people from
Well,
history.
here's an
Like-
idea, and I want to TM this in case they try to steal this. What if they gave you the option to do what you're saying, like pay monthly subscription to be a team GM? And so now you have this whole game mode where you own a team, and you can pay money to get different things, like better uniforms through that, better draft picks, better things like that, and then better facilities. Okay, well, I want this. I'm going to have to either work during the season to make that kind of money, or like Fortnite, I could just buy it.
Right.
And now I'm going to have state-of-the-art weightliftings and stuff. And then you go through these seasons. Well, then they have seasons where they pair people into a
Right.
league, and you play your games every week. How
Against
sweet can
other
that be?
real teams.
That'd be
Yeah,
sweet.
that'd be sweet.
You have a
That'd be
real
way sweet.
football league. You have a real football
You're talking
league that
about
you
you're talking
play.
about turning a video
fantasy
game
football
into fantasy football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
But
Real
literally
deal.
fantasy
But you
football.
can but you control them. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
people-
that'd be
people
way
would love
better.
it.
I
Yeah.
would be more into sports games. Like if I knew it was more like that, I would probably buy the game and play it more.
Oh yeah, and within the league you're in, you can draft and you can trade and you can do all these things,
You'd
and
probably
then you
wanna
guys are
have-
actually
Right. You'd probably want to have 2 games a week.
Yeah.
Like legit games, and then you could scrimmage people all you wanted.
Yeah,
Right.
you do
could-
PvP type stuff. Yeah,
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, that would go. I think that would go crazy.
Yeah.
Game like that.
they can make more money doing that than they could these
Yep.
yearly
I agree.
$60 games.
Mhm.
Because then casual players like me and Ryan might get into it just to play with our buddy on a league.
Yeah, just for one
Just to
league.
mess
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Yep.
For one season, see how we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know there's big business in the esports with this,
Especially
with
if there's
that.
real betting that you can do on it, like you would in fantasy football.
yeah.
You know,
And
like real
probably-
money in the league.
Yeah. Eventually, it would get to that point, right?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
That'd be super cool.
People will be watching that and everything. Like a freaking show.
That's a heck of an idea. I just dropped
That
on
is.
it.
Sure is.
That
Madden.
is.
So
I like it.
I'd look into that, guys.
Yep.
Get
Anything
this
but
random guy that listens to random things to get ideas. He works
Yeah.
for Madden. He's like, I had this brilliant idea last night.
yep.
Goes, you know what I mean? They're like,
It
"We
was
love
not. It was not from these 3 dads.
Right.
He
On a
knows.
podcast.
Right.
He'll always know. That's the point. He'll always.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He'll be looking at his millions, always knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I owe
That's
that
all right.
man something. I owe that man one of these.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to give it to him.
Right.
Well, if you're looking for owing somebody something, I think I owe my wife a gadget or 2. So Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I need to find out
Looking
what
for
we
them
got.
gadgets and gifts.
Where's me Lota?
All right, guys. Today on Gadgets and Gifts, we're going to be talking about things that are Christmas gifts and gadgets, and we're going to be talking about things that are gifts and gadgets for Christmas. Don't know if you guys understood the difference there, but some of these things will be Christmas items. Some of these things would be things you'll give at Christmas, which if you're the guy that gives a
Yes.
Christmas item at Christmas, you messed up because
It's
Christmas
a
is
little
over.
weird.
Yeah, there are those people that do it, though. Like, I'll buy you a Christmas mug. It's literally the day after Christmas
It's
now.
like, okay, well,
So-
I'll have it till New Year's, and then we'll
it's
pack
just
it up, I guess.
Complete waste. Only you would even think I'll have it to New Year's. Everybody else would be like, Christmas is over, but you're a Christmas freak. So
Yeah.
you're like, I'll still get another 6 days out of it.
Nothing gets taken down until New Year's. Hey, I'll tell you
Right.
what, though. If it was up to me, I'd just have a Christmas room. Just set
You
up.
have a Christmas what room?
Christmas room that's
Yeah,
just
just all
all
year.
Christmas. And then when
Yep.
I have a bad day, everyone stressed me
Yep.
out, just shut them
Yep.
off. I'll go sit in my Christmas
Yep.
room for a little bit.
That's
Just-
right. I got
I
you.
can see
Soak in
Clinton
the-
like collapsing on the other side of the door in his Christmas room, be like,
Yep,
Yeah.
with his paper bag.
Just, just turn on some Dean Martin, some Frank Sinatra,
turn it on,
Yeah.
Daddy. The
Yeah.
lights come on. He's like,
Yep.
yes.
hug my
Yep,
Santa
and they're all
statue.
going with the music and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. No problem.
I get you. Well, the first item I'm going to bring you guys is an item of clothing. I thought it was good because it's Christmassy, it's techie, and it's a gift that you can get. It's not a gift you're going to get for someone on Christmas because it's too late. Like I said, it's something you get for your friend or loved one or whatever for the Christmas parties. And this is a Christmas long sleeve sweater. They also make it in a t-shirt, and it says tech support. I'm here to delete your cookies. And it's got Christmas ornament type stuff on there. Hopefully you guys followed what that means. Tech support. I'm here to delete your cookies, as in I'm going to eat your cookies at Christmas. But tech support, guys, also delete the cookies on your computer. Feel like neither one of you caught that. Clint's dead
No,
silent.
I got you.
No,
Okay.
I was looking it up. that we
Okay,
would
so
have
you
a-
could show it.
Right, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, you're good, though.
The fact that you need
I
to
just
show
had
it shows
I
you
just
probably...
I had a split second scared text from my boss, so I'm good now. Sorry.
Oh, did you? Oh, so I just got double whammied by both of you.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
double
Hey, let's just
whammy.
act like that didn't happen. The first gift you're going to wear, guys, because we're all techie. It says tech
So I got
support.
Okay.
I'm here to delete your cookies. Meaning
Oh.
computer cookies.
But it's got a picture of
and I'm going to
cookies.
eat your cookies. Yeah, right.
That's good.
Okay, that's really
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
Wow.
good job, guys. That was good. I
That's
like
hilarious. Oh my goodness.
that. There
Cookies.
is
All right, was that better for you?
it was better. Way better.
Cookies.
There's one.
There it
there's one
is,
that's
guys. If
34
you're wanting to know on the live.
$34 for the long sleeve. It's a little steep if you ask me.
Ooh.
Yeah, and 19 for the T-shirt.
Okay. Sorry, Ryan.
There's
I'll try
multiple
to.
versions out there.
I had my mic muted and was typing in the thing.
I get you. No big deal. No big deal. Next on the list. You know, we should have had these all Christmas season, hanging Christmas lights, but I didn't know they were out there. There's a couple different versions of it. Basically, some beanies that have built-in LEDs. Red, green,
Wow.
blue, flashing lights on the beanies. Some of them even have, like, Christmas lights. What would you call it? Like Christmas lights design on it, and then each little Christmas light bulb has a real bulb in it. And then some of
Wow.
them are just like white beanies with a bunch of glowing lights in them. But either way, would have been sweet for us
Somebody
to be
would
wearing
have
more out working
definitely
at night and
mistaken
stuff.
you as Santa.
Okay, so I
Oh,
see I see some different ones. Like we got an oh deer, and it's like a little reindeer. It's got LEDs
Yep.
on top of
yep.
its antlers. We got a ho ho ho. with
Yep.
some
There's some with
LEDs.
just Christmas lights. This
Yeah.
one that I'm looking at right now is just an all white one. It's called LED Glow Blink Knit Hat. Really
Okay.
great name for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just a white hat, LED lights glowing in it. You can switch it to reds, greens, or blues. Pick the ones you want. They shouldn't have went so cheap. What they should have done is put actual what you call RGBs in there. Then you could change it to whatever color you want, rather than
That'd be
select.
sweet.
I want these couple reds, or these couple greens, or these couple blues, or all of them. But it's I mean, it still would have been probably $12 for a hat. That's what it is right now, $12.99.
That would be good advertising for you when you're out like past dark. You know,
That's what I'm
just
saying.
as
We should
weird.
have had them. Yeah, would have been great. Not that we needed any more work this year. That's one of my guys. He just texted me, "Hey, my wife wants to see all the new pictures on Facebook from this year. Did you load any up? No, I didn't load anything all year. We didn't need any more work than we were getting, and I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
But so you got Christmas lights on your hats. You've got we delete your cookies, which means we eat your cookies.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the Christmas spirit, you've got a twerking Christmas teddy bear.
A twerking
Yeah.
Christmas teddy bear.
Yes, this is a teddy bear twerker, and it is compatible and partners up with Alexa. And so when Alexa talks to you, he moves his mouth and shakes his booty a little bit, like gives you his answers.
Okay, is this on Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is disturbing, folks.
Yeah, he only responds in the sense of if you're playing music through him, it's got to be through Amazon Music, because then he's like programmed for Amazon Music. So then he won't just shake his butt randomly. He'll actually twerk in rhythm with whatever music's playing. Like he's going to be on track.
Okay,
he's a good twerking bear. You know what I mean? He's not trailer park twerk. He's the real deal.
Trailer park twerk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this would be a good pre-Christmas gift for that, special girl in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep,
Either
it's on sale right now,
that or
'cause it's
in
getting
the
so close to
relationship.
Christmas. Yeah, either way.
You'll know real quick where the relationship stands.
Yeah.
If you introduce.
He's got
that.
like big old butt cheeks too, not like a regular. Yeah. Big old butt cheeks with like a deep butt crack and no pants on.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty serious.
Yeah, it's a whole nother level.
Teddy thick.
Yeah. It's
Get you some of that
$12.99.
teddy crack
It was $40, so this is a great deal. You need to get on it now.
for $30.
You know? Yeah.
Is it really
But-
though? $30?
No, it was $40, and now it's $12.99.
$12.99. Oh, you said
Yeah,
13. I
$12.99.
thought you said 30. When you said 30, I was like, is it really a good deal? That is a good
No,
deal. $13.
No, yeah, $12.99.
Even as a gag
gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. And remember, he's not just twerking. He talks as if he's Alexa. Like when you say, "Hey Alexa, do this or do that," he moves his mouth as he talks back as Alexa. You know what I mean?
So you can pick Alexa as into what you want, and then all of a sudden we have this weird thing where there's like the twerking teddy bear relationship.
Right.
Some guy has a relationship with this bear now.
Right. Yeah.
I hear that in a documentary.
Bearaphilia.
Bearaphilia. There you go.
Twerkabearaphilia.
Twerker bearaphilia.
Okay. Cookies. Okay, we got cookie shirt. We got teddy bear twerk central. Then we got cookie t-shirt. And then we had our light up beanie, and I'm bringing you full circle to another beanie. This is not a Christmas beanie. This is just a tech beanie. Okay? This is just a good gift for actual Christmas Day.
Okay.
Okay, this is this specific brand is called, let's see here if it's got an actual brand on here. Yeah, the brand is Xikezan, and it's a Bluetooth connected beanie. It's a pretty nice looking beanie too, not a cheap looking one. And it's got speakers built into it along with Bluetooth Connect, volume controls. You can skip your songs, everything just like a Bluetooth headset, except for it's all in your beanie.
Gotcha.
That's a pretty good gift, actually. I think that's pretty sweet.
Okay, so I see it's got the remote is built in, it's like sewn into the headset or the beanie there on the side.
Yeah, and there's different versions. The one I'm specifically talking about looks like a nice beanie, and it's got a leather pad where the buttons are and stuff like that. So it looks pretty high end.
Okay.
But still, it's only $23. I mean, that's a pretty good deal for. It's a pretty good deal for a decent Bluetooth headset, especially if you're talking about you get a beanie with it. That's a pretty good Christmas gift, I think.
That's so wild. I've never thought of something like that.
No.
Pretty impressive.
They got all kinds of different kinds of it, though. Different versions, different brands, whatever. This is just the one I picked.
Okay.
So obviously they either didn't get their patent out soon enough, or they licensed it out to a bunch of companies so they can make more money.
Right. Well, cool concept either way.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Next on the list, if you like old school retro gaming stuff, then you're gonna like this, I think. Nowadays, it's kind of cool for adults to carry backpacks. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but it's not. You know, you carry your laptop in there. It's kind of like everybody has that I'm in college look. A lot of guys will have backpacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so this backpack is a Nintendo controller. It looks pretty nice. Looks pretty well made too. Not a cheap looking backpack. It's actually, let me see, for right now it's out of stock, but it's supposed to come back into stock. It's not a cheap backpack. It's 5-star rating, but it's $50, which is a pretty expensive, backpack. Uh, it's just basically gray, boom, with the big old Nintendo controls on it, the
Right.
buttons, everything
Okay.
on there. I thought that would be pretty cool if you're a techie guy.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
you like to carry your system with you to your friends' houses, whatever. I think adult or kid, that one works pretty well.
Oh
College
yeah,
guy,
they
whatever.
they actually have a lot of different versions of this. Looks like there's one that's
Yeah.
a shaving kit.
Yep.
You've got one that looks like the Super Mario Brothers
Yep.
from the Nintendo cassette,
Mm-hmm.
the case. There's a Super Nintendo one on there for 42, 49. So yeah, they've got a lot of Nintendo themed stuff. Ooh, they
Okay,
got
cool.
one. They got one that's a Game Boy. Nintendo Game
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
I
Yep.
see that.
Yeah.
And they're not
Very
all
cool.
$50, like Clint just said. Some of them are less expensive. Some of them are more expensive. All kind of going to depend on what quality you want, and some of them are going to have brand names, or like the one I was looking at right there has built-in stuff for your headphones and whatnot, and so it's a little more techy. Which if I was going to get a sweet tech backpack, I'd want to have stuff built in for my headphones and charger built in for my phone and that kind of
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
And then next on my list here, I've got. I don't want to go to that one yet. Let me see. That one's a little crazy.
Well, Chrissy.
Saving the best
Okay.
for last.
Yeah, I'm saving that one for last for sure. Okay. So next, you guys remember those little what do you call it? Rubber band guns
Yeah.
we had
Yes.
when we were kids?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got the ones that are little single shotters. You pull back, you latch it. Then they had the shotguns that would have two. You
Yep.
stretch them back and you latch them on there. And then I remember if you were real cool, you had the revolver. You pull the trigger. Fast as you could pull the trigger, you could get all 6 of them. You never had that one?
No, I never even
Yep.
seen that one.
Yep. You'd wind the revolver every time you put a rubber band on. You'd wind it a little bit more, put a rubber band on, wind it a little bit more, and then each time you pulled the trigger, it'd allow that revolver to click one. One,
Okay.
one, one, one,
Oh,
one.
wow.
That was like the Thug had that one. That was definitely the best one. Well, I came across this and I was like, wow. Okay. This comes in a kit just like the old ones. You put it together. Little wood pieces, you put them all together. Except for this actually has a battery-powered revolving wheel,
Oh
and
wow.
it's got a lot more of them. So it's actually a little mini machine gun,
Oh wow.
rubber band gun. Yep. So you put the rubber bands on there, and you can just hold the trigger, fully auto. Just unwinds them.
That's ridiculous.
Freaking sweet, man. This
Oh, my
is
goodness.
let me see here. It's not super cheap, but if you're one of those kind of gadget guys, I think this is pretty cool. Wow, now I can't find the price. Why not? Oh, they've got a big one here too. They got a big MP5 rubber band gun. Freaking $119. I didn't even
There you
see
go.
that one. This one is just a little small gun, and they call it a rubber band machine gun, rapid fire, shoots up to 10 rounds per second.
Wow.
So, pretty fast. When it says up to 10, it literally means that's all because it's got a 10 rubber band cartridge. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So it's kind of misleading.
Well, you probably don't
basically.
need more than that, right? I mean,
Right, I mean,
remember
but
you
once you pull
shot
the
10
trigger-
times once.
Yeah, but I'm sure that MP5 must have some stuff stacked in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks like a full-on machine gun.
Sounds painful.
Clint, did you find it when you're looking or no?
No. 'Cause you
I don't
never
know
gave me
how the price was on here, and now it's not even on the Amazon page.
You never gave me a name for that one, actually.
Have you guys seen the
rubber band machine gun, rapid fire?
Have you guys seen the assault shotguns where you shoot the flies with them?
Yes, I've been wanting one of those.
Those are pretty sweet. I
Yeah.
don't have one either, but my dad does, and I always want one when I go over to his house.
Yeah, I like the slow mo, like videos of it, just
Yeah.
hitting them,
Just taking a fly out of the air.
freaking sweet. All I know is, as a guy,
Like, I see
I
some
met-
here, like one's like King of Cocaine. They got
Mhm.
one sold
Wow.
for $45. Yeah. You got
now,
Etsy.
I can
ahead.
tell you right now, even if I only played with it for a week and then got bored with it because I'm an adult, the couple times my friends come over and we play with it again here and there, and the day you gave it to me on Christmas Day and I pulled this out of the box, you're a winner. Like, that's a cool gift. You know what I mean? I'm pulling that out, and it's one of those things I never would have thought about. I don't care if I'm 30 or 40. I'm going to be pumped when I see a rubber band machine gun in the box. I'm like, that's freaking sweet. Not what I was expecting.
They
I
have
think that's definitely a good gift.
They have a metal rubber band handgun that's
Oh yeah,
$185 from King of Cocaine.
jeez, $185 for a rubber band gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's only nostalgia, because in all reality, you can go get a really nice airsoft gun for that. Just
Right.
super
Yeah.
beast mode gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like that idea of it's a freaking rubber band gun, just pimped out. So you buy it, and people do.
Yep.
That's funny.
Nostalgia,
Okay,
baby.
but if you think a $200 rubber band gun is going too far, then you're gonna love the next one.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You remember the Nintendo backpack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not a mid-century modern retro style Nintendo controller that is your entire coffee table?
Oh, I was going to
Custom-
tell you about this.
Wow.
Custom made out of wood, inlaid buttons and everything with a glass top.
Oh yeah.
This thing is fat. It's got the little pencil legs, that all the retro furniture used to have, so they kind of stand up on those little kind of skinny legs that taper down. And then it's real square and straight lined like most mid-century stuff is. But then the whole top is buttons. I mean, it's big too. We're not talking about like a little mini table. And you can get that today for the low price on Etsy for $2,800.
Oh,
Worth
my
it.
God.
Yeah, worth every penny. Now I can tell you right now, there may be somebody out there who mass produces something like this, but this is a handcrafted guy I'm looking at.
Right.
This is this guy literally hand carved the buttons, cut them. You know what I mean? Dovetailed all the corners together. It's just like it's gonna last you 100 years. You know
So
what I mean,
I'm-
or more. It's
I'm
a
looking-
real deal piece of furniture, not some cheap, gimmicky for your game room kind of furniture.
Right.
This is like,
Yeah, I'm looking
which
at
I
one
still
right
wouldn't
now
pay
that's
$2,800 for. But
2,000.
you found one for 2,000.
Uh-huh.
Were you on Amazon
Same-
or Etsy?
Etsy.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
they
there's
have
going to be, I
that-
think, probably different makers.
Yeah, they have different versions, but
Oh, look at this one. It's kind of a dark mahogany. Ooh,
Yeah.
that one looks good.
yeah,
Yes,
Dude,
it's
those
got a
are
glass top
legit.
on it. Oh,
Yeah.
man, this one's like fancy. The other one I was looking at purposefully looks like the controller. You know what I mean? Like the colors, kind of.
yeah,
This
yeah.
one is like deep. He's got mahogany and maybe that's tiger wood laid in top for the inlay. And
I think we might be.
that one's sexy. That one's 2,600. It's got a glass mount on it.
So a
Wow.
lot of different versions out there on the net.
I wonder how much it would take you, like if you knew what you're doing, how much it would cost to make that.
You probably got about $300-$400 into that. Yeah, and probably over a week of work.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
so
wow.
sweet, dude. I'd love to have one of those in my game room or my man cave.
Yeah, they've got some different ones too. Here they've got a different style controllers, like from the round, the rounded looking controller we had for a little while.
Uh-huh.
They got one that looks like that. What is that? The rounded controller. I'm sounding retarded. It's got 4 buttons. What was that from? It's got the plus sign and then it's got 4 buttons over there on the right. Is that Super Nintendo?
Yes,
Super
the
Nintendo, yeah.
directional
Okay, yeah.
ones.
Yep. No, the
Yep.
directional's on the left, but then it's got 4 buttons on the right. It's kind of rounded like this.
I think so. I think
I think that is Super Nintendo.
I think you're right. Check out this one on the live stream, boys. Someone made a Nintendo Switch table.
Oh,
And
really?
that looks freaking sweet. They got the lights, the LED
The TV in the
lights
middle
on
of
the
it?
side. Huh? No, it's just like a mirror
Oh,
that
yeah.
reflects the lights all the way through to where it looks like
Yeah.
the lights are infinite.
I like
That's
that.
pretty sweet. That's
Yep,
real.
they call that. I like how you gave that the deep description. It's called an infinity mirror.
There you go.
But
Boom.
Clint gave the step by step. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I like that. That
Yeah.
that looks sweet, bro. It looks like maybe the top of that is like he's even like Rust-Oleum, painted it, maybe even metal, the 2 ends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I
That's slick.
see another one that's got the Nintendo 64 logo with a little glass top on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot
I
of
bet.
cool creative ideas out there.
I bet if you were good at welding and you made like the Nintendo, because the Nintendo controller is actually gray, right? So it looked good made out of like stainless steel. So if you
Yeah.
welded a square Nintendo controller with those buttons and stuff welded on, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd be. It's probably some big money in that.
Yeah. That looks so nice.
Because you don't have to sell a bunch of them, right? I mean, sell 3 or 4 in a year. Just put some
Mhm.
extra cash in your pocket at $3,000.
Now I want to see the Nintendo house. Just a whole house that looks like a Nintendo controller or a Nintendo system, and the garage door is
inside.
the plate that opens up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I like it.
we can figure out some way to make that work, and then the whole house inside could just be retro.
All
we could
retro
game
gaming.
stuff.
And
We
stuff.
can make people pay for tours, dude.
Could be like a museum.
There you go.
A history museum of gaming. There you go. Boom.
Well, that wraps up what I got for you guys. I mean, I
That was
figured I'd end
amazing.
with a $3,000 table.
That's
Yeah.
pretty,
Yeah. That's pretty good. I mean, if you're going to end with something that's expensive and special, I would say that is.
Yeah, I think we touched all ends
Definitely.
of the spectrum. Things that were kind of ridiculous, things that were funny,
Yeah.
things that were horrible, and things that were just outside of any dad's budget.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
you know,
Well, a little message to all the dads out there, and I know we still got time before December's out. Next week will be our last episode for the month because we'll be taking the week of Christmas off because everybody's been busy and we want to be able to spend time with our families, and it does take some time to get content out. But so next week will be our last episode for the month. We will have, as of now, we'll have a special guest on. But I just wanted to say, I've talked to different people at work, and I'm sure you guys can relate. As a dad or family person, don't stress about what you're getting everybody for Christmas.
Heck no.
If you've got the money to do it, enjoy it. Bless people with awesome gifts. But if you don't, at the end of the day, what really matters is just enjoying the season, getting together with your family. It's been several years now that me and my brother haven't got each other anything for Christmas, and me and my dad.
You can do it. Me and my wife do. We go by either the popcorn place. There's like a popcorn factory here in town, or we go by like Siggy's Meats, which makes like custom sausages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we get everybody about the same thing, just different. Nobody knows that
Yeah.
you got them all the same thing.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? That's how we
Right.
do a lot of times.
Yeah.
Well,
And
as
so-
I've gotten older, I've noticed that like waking up on Christmas morning with my family is more exciting to me than the
gift.
gifts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
In
giving.
all reality, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Give me the gift ahead of time, anyways. Like I don't even care about opening it that day.
Right.
Yeah.
If I get you're gonna get me. My wife's gonna get me Borderlands 3. Let's go pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's play. I don't want to wait till Christmas.
Why you making me wait till Christmas? Yeah.
It still counts to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
But
So,
yeah, you're right.
I just want to
Let
throw
the
that
stress
out there.
roll off those shoulders, man. Ain't no big thing.
Yeah.
Been plenty of years I've got like no money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my wife I had to correct because she's all like, "Oh, I got the perfect gift for Claire," which is our 3-year-old, guys. If you haven't
Right.
listened in the past, she said, "I got the perfect gift for her." I said, "What's that?" We can get her this subscription. I saw the subscription that you can get for swimming lessons, and starts at the end of May into June, and it's like a 3-month subscription, and you just pay it, and they can go to swimming lessons. We'll just give it to her like a membership.
She's like, heck no. I don't want to wait till May to
She-
get my gift.
She's dead serious. My
She's
wife's
3.
dead serious. Yeah, but
Yeah.
my wife is dead serious. Like, this is the perfect gift for her.
I get it. Yeah.
And I'm like, babe, she's 3.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know what day it is half the
Right.
time, right?
Right.
So I'm like,
and she's gonna
That's
be
like a
jumping
whole
up and
separate
down on
gift.
Christmas for swimming lessons.
yeah,
No.
yeah. I was
That's
like,
a
no.
separate gift. You gotta, if we're gonna get her that, don't try to cheap that out and call it a Christmas gift.
Right, right.
That's just something different.
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna
That's
get her
funny.
some toys. We're gonna get her some, some
Right.
shirts that she likes. Like,
Hey,
we're
another
not
thing,
getting a
another tip
membership.
for you guys. You're gonna spend plenty of money on, the aunt, uncle, what do you call it? Grandparents,
Nephews,
right?
nieces.
Yeah, you don't spend a bunch on each one, but there's plenty of them, so it adds up. It's really
Yeah.
easy to spend $300, $400, $500 for a lot of people, even if you're only spending $15, $20 a person. So,
Right.
what I've learned is I don't really have to buy very much for my own kid because you've got all those grandparents and everybody buying stuff. If you
Right.
don't have that, I'm sorry. I know that sucks. I wish you had some more
Then you're
people
in
in
a
your
rough
life
spot.
that cared.
Yeah.
Right. But a lot of times, grandparents and all that will buy pretty much, if it's on the list, just tell them. They're
Yeah.
going to get it. Don't be crazy and use them, but they're going to buy the stuff anyways. And what you don't want is for the grandparents to buy some stuff you don't want.
Mhm.
They're going to end up giving away or never
Right.
use. And then you spent your good hard-earned money on gifts
Right.
that grandparents could have bought had you just tell them. So what I've learned is don't worry about it. We get a couple specific things that I know Rory's really excited about. So I want some of those things to come from me because they mean a lot to her. And then outside of that, I don't buy a bunch of gifts for her.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
She gets plenty.
I think people get into this mindset that it's got to be like those Christmas movies
Yeah.
Yeah.
on Hallmark, and it's like, I you know what I remember the most about when I was a kid is a Christmas morning after it's all said and done, playing a video game with my brother.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
and so if
Hanging
you bought
around while everybody's there.
if you bought us one video game,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. That's all we needed.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
so most Christmases we'd be thankful for our gifts, but then we'd end up just being outside playing with the football we already had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
so,
can remember each Christmas. I remember one year I got a laser tag. That's all I remember. It doesn't matter what else I got because laser tag is all that mattered.
Yeah.
That year. I remember another year I got PlayStation with Resident Evil 2.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else mattered. It didn't matter what else
Yeah.
I got. You could have got me 40 other gifts. That's the only one I'm ever going to remember.
Right.
I remember another year I got my first RC race car, with a controller. That's all I cared about. I don't care what else was in any of those boxes. The RC race car is what I played with, and that's what that Christmas is commemorated by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I-
it was usually like that gift, that one gift, and then the rest just really doesn't matter that much. to
Right,
kids.
right.
Hey, I had that Christmas that was like the greatest Christmas ever, and then one of the worst Christmases ever for me. It was the greatest because I got the Nintendo 64.
Mhm.
I've been like hinting and dropping hints and
Oh,
just
yeah.
nonstop wanting my dad to get it, and he just gotten a big like new job, like a big
Right.
promotion. So I knew we were coming into he was gonna have some more money to spend, right?
Mhm.
So he did. He decked out Christmas. So I got a Nintendo 64. They got me one of those race cars. Like I don't remember if you remember in the '90s, but they had the race car where it would hit
They
the
could flip.
wall and it'd flip,
Heck yeah.
and then it'd go back
Heck
the
yeah.
other direction.
Yeah, it was called Rip It or something like that.
yeah. And
I
so
remember those.
got me that right, and then I think they got me like a Batmobile and a Hulk Hogan doll and some stuff like that.
Right.
But it was a really good Christmas. I remember like that morning, I
Yeah.
was just like, wow, this is the most presents I've ever had. Amazing. Okay, so here's why it was the worst. My parents bought it not realizing the analog. It didn't take the.
Oh,
they were
no.
used to the old antenna hookup, not the analog
Cable.
plugins. Yeah.
Mhm.
So my dad had to go down to a tech store. Luckily, there was. I don't know if he borrowed it from someone or what, but he ended up getting a converter for it. So that took half the morning. So I had been waiting to play. Him and my brother played with the remote control car, ran the batteries down on it before I ever got a chance to play with it. And back then, I'm sure all us 90 kids remember.
Oh yeah.
A battery back then took like 10 hours to charge to play with
Charge.
for 1 hour.
Oh yeah, 20 minutes maybe. Yep.
Yeah,
It was horrible.
so I didn't get to play that, and then my brother, when they finally got the Nintendo 64 hooked up, my brother took over and was playing. So I spent basically all Christmas watching everybody else play with my toys.
Play with your
stuff.
toys. Oh man.
Yep, it was rough.
I remember
Nice.
one year my dad got us a 4-wheeler, but I don't really remember like a terrible Christmas. So I must just be blessed.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. But hey,
I don't remember any terrible Christmases either. We were poor plenty of years, and I don't remember Christmas ever being bad.
I think it's just
So-
a heart
What-
issue.
when my mom was in the hospital the final time. That was
Oh, wow.
kind of a
That's
rough
different.
one. But
That's
it
completely
still wasn't
different.
that bad because we had all our family there.
Yeah.
Right.
Like my dad, my brother, and everybody.
Mhm.
We're still good. We were with mom.
Yep.
So, yeah. But it's not all about the gifts, guys. Just remember that. So try not to get too stressed. If you feel like you're not good enough as a parent, you are good enough, and don't let.
And if you feel like your kid thinks it's all about
commercialize-
the gifts, then they need a spanking.
They need a
Yep.
whooping.
pop on
Or,
the
at le-
nose.
or they at least need some kind of a redirection. Something's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
It might be good for them to not get anything for Christmas.
Right.
They've been watching too much commercials, too much marketing.
Mhm.
You know.
Hallmark.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, that was my little message I wanted to get out because I just noticed a lot of other adults that I've talked to.
Oh, yeah.
Have seemed stressed because of their nieces, nephews, or kids.
Yeah.
Right.
They're gonna live. They got their health. That's good.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
So-
fine.
Hey guys, before we jump off here, I want to make sure you guys know to like us on Facebook, review us on iTunes, even check out our Patreon if you've been a listener for a while and you want to help us grow and help us continue to make this stuff. We love your support. We love everything we get from you guys. We've been growing. We slowed down a little bit during Christmas season because we haven't been as consistent on our shows and things like that, but it'll pick right back up. A lot of podcasts aren't even here for you at all, and we
True.
are.
Big
So-
true. Big true.
We're going to start getting more active, too. I just feel it come January. We're going to get some games going. We're going to be able to test out this thing that we talked about with Clinton. We're going to be able to sit down at our computers and play with each other.
That's right.
So,
it's coming. It's on the horizon.
Yep. So, stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
And stay gaming. This has been a Delirious Dads production. For more information, DeliriousDadsGaming.com. You can also find us on Facebook.com/DeliciousDadsGaming, Twitch.tv, and YouTube. Make sure you like and share our pages to help us grow the channel. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please leave a rating and review if you enjoy the show. Thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you next time.